folks, the Sycamore Gap Tree. I've covered this once before, but I thought I'd give my verdict after the court's verdict, only I think yesterday. I think the two perpetrators got 4 years, which means, am I right, they'll serve 1.5 to 2, probably 1.5, maybe something like that, with good behaviour, not that there's much good in them. Well, I'll tell you what I think. I mean, I think some are saying today that they shouldn't go to prison, or not so much they shouldn't go to prison, but prison shouldn't be wasted on them. They should look at more violent offenders. And I would say, well, I don't agree with that. They should go to prison in my eyes. There's no doubt about it. I think they're two very, very stupid individuals. I, in my youth, have ruined some things from public property. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I have. I'm not going to tell you what, because I'm older now and I know better, and I'm ashamed. And I've done some things wrong in my youth. Many of us may have done. Many of us won't have done. They won't be as stupid as I've been. I don't know why I told you the truth there, but I've told you the truth. I like to do that. But I would never do anything like that. I would never do anything to a living, breathing thing, as a tree is. I certainly would never do it to a tree that's that iconic, that means so much to so many people. I actually saw something on the TV this morning, I think, called Cy King was having a bit of a chat about the tree and telling people what he thought of it, and saying, look, many, many people have been here over the years and dropped loved ones' ashes around the tree. Many people have married around the tree or proposed on one knee around the tree. Many people have got memories. And I suppose if you think about that, many people that have put loved ones' ashes there and proposed there would have come back 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 years later to revisit loved ones, or to revisit the site where Mr. proposed to Mrs., or whatever the case may be. And yes, you can still do that, but it's not the same. Because, the umbrella of the tree is now not there. And what could have been sad but joyous occasion, or just joyous if you look at the marriage side of things, in fact, sad to joyous the fact that you've buried someone, but you're joyous that you think of the ashes in a lovely place. There's sad to joyous, with the marriage the other way. Joyous, getting married, to sad when you finally pick and get married. If you've got like what I've got, the dragon that is her indoors. It's the opposite way with marriage. You start happy and then it goes, oh no. Anyway, that's another story altogether. So anyway, they've got 4 years. They've got 4 years, and I had never heard all Si's piece, but it was pretty good. And personally, I think they should have probably got more, because they won't serve that long. And I think what they've done is a huge, huge act of vandalism. They're foolish people. I think they film themselves like idiots, then tried to block it out or delete it. It's been retrieved by the police, and everything's black. You can't see anything, but it's been able to be enhanced. And you can hear the old saw there. I think you can hear the saw. You can see the tree falling. It's just stupidity. But Janet Street Porter was on the TV later today after 1ish, and she said, you know what, I think they should have got longer, but I knew they wouldn't do. But you know what I'd do with them? I wouldn't put them in jail, as people have been saying. She said, what I'd do, I'd make them, because they've got no community service, and none of this, none of that, it's just in jail. I'd give them a 10-year sentence. I'd give them 10 years working with the Forestry Commission, planting trees for 10 years, and I thought, you know what? That's what they could have done. It could have been a jail term, but it's work, and they don't get paid as you or I would get paid for work. Maybe they can be paid the same as you'd get paid in jail, per week in jail. Was it 25, 30 quid a week? They'll be out in all weathers. All right, they'll get some sun on the backs when it's sunny, but they'll get absolutely wet through when it's raining. They'll be planting trees, they'll be working hard, they'll be doing it properly under a foreman. That'd have been an absolutely fantastic, fantastic penalty for them. They didn't like trees anyway to cut that one down. They'd have liked them less after the 10 years. But I think that would have been a fantastic sentence. Good thinking, Janet. Pity there's no judge out there thinking along the same wavelength as you. I think that would have been brilliant. Really would have done. But anyway, they've got 4 years, as I say. I think they'll be out after about 1.5 or 2. Doesn't seem to fit the crime, really. But that's just my opinion. What do I know?